Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I don't think I'm alone in thinking that Tyson Fury attracts some of the truly dumbest fans imaginable. It's sort of fanboy central with Tyson Fury, but I don't want to generalise too much because, I've met people who like the guy and think he's the best heavyweight in the world, and they're not stupid. They're just, they can be objective, they can be sensible and adult and have a proper conversation. And I was talking to one such person last night, yesterday evening, and I was having a little rant saying, yeah, he may well be the best heavyweight in the world. I've always thought he would probably, if he's on it, if he's mentally and physically prepared, he would probably beat Usyk on size more than anything. But I was having a rant about how he ducked Usyk, and this guy I know was saying, yeah. And then when I had finished my little rant, he said, okay, he's behaved disgracefully. He's behaved erratically. He lies. He's inconsistent. He talks a lot of rubbish. He talks anything from absolute complete common sense to absolute rubbish. And then he said to me, what do you expect from someone who's diagnosed bipolar and has suffered clinical depression and anxiety and has had suicidal ideation? What did you expect? And I can't really dismiss that argument, because I think as a boxing fan, you get so outraged that the undisputed heavyweight match isn't being made, and the WBC are not giving Fury a mandatory, and Fury is going off and fighting Ngannou, and you get so seething with rage because you're a boxing fan that you're actually in danger of forgetting that there's a human being behind that person. Everyone does things for a reason, and Tyson Fury, in my opinion, is a gaslighter, very, very economical with the truth, if you know what I mean. Completely contradicts himself, does all those things that I was ranting about last night. But the guy I was speaking to was right. What do you expect if the guy's touched, as they used to say, as my gran used to say, if he's got these mental health issues. Now, I watched a few episodes of this Netflix series. I did a video on it, like a little sort of semi-review, because I didn't watch it all. And it is quite revealing, reading between the lines. The show, the Netflix series, what's it called, At Home with the Furies or something like that. It's quite revealing. But Tyson Fury, in a sense, isn't the central figure or the main protagonist in that docu-series. Is that the phrase? Yeah, docu-series, we'll go with that. It's actually his wife Paris who comes across the best. She is without question the rock of the family, and they got 6 kids. I mean, Jesus Christ, you have 1 or 2, it's enough, but 6, that's 5-a-side team with a substitute, isn't it? And she handles it impeccably. She's a real tough woman, a real mentally tough woman, and a real family. I mean, he is so lucky to have her. Tyson Fury is a woman like that, because there's no doubt in my mind, watching just a few episodes of that series, that without her, he'd either be in a psychiatric ward, he'd be maybe 6 foot under, maybe he would have topped himself. But he certainly wouldn't have achieved what he did in the ring without the support. They say the old saying, behind every great man there's a great woman, and so on. And I think in that case that's true. But there are plenty of, I was going to say illusions, actually there's more than illusions. She talks outright about Tyson's mental health and mental state. And how she even makes references like, well, it's like having another kid in the house. And there are a few occasions where Fury he does go into what hints or what looks like a manic episode, or is getting towards it, and is very, very impulsive, and she has to kind of rein it in a bit or put up with it. And with 6 kids, of course, it's bloody chaos around you. I have been extremely critical of Fury in the past and made disparaging remarks about him. But let's say that his mental health issues are real, and they would appear to be real. It's quite possible that someone can behave appallingly and come across as an absolute hypocrite or a liar or whatever, but their mental health issues are real. It's usually one is connected to the other. But although I've been critical of him and insulted him and said rude things about him, maybe the guy I was speaking to yesterday has a point. Maybe we should factor in the fact that he wasn't just playing on the mental health issues to hide the fact that he failed a PED test. Both him and Huey failed, of course. Maybe he's not using that as a stick with which to beat any critics. Maybe he is actually as ill as he says he is. And for those that have been there in that place, it's a very dark place. And if you come out of it, you don't want to go back to it. The only possibility, or the only positivity perhaps, is that once you've been there and you have the fear of going back, other people don't seem scary. Getting into a boxing ring doesn't seem scary. Walking down the street, dark at night, and you see a gang of lads walking towards you and they look like they're up to no good, that's not scary. You know, going to the top of a tower, looking over, looking down 300 feet or whatever, that's not scary. You know, what's inside is scary. The potential to implode is scary. And some people handle it by exploding. In the case of Tyson Fury, I think, as he said, and it's not really a secret, his training and fighting seems to be what keeps him on the straight and narrow. I've never been a professional fighter, but I can understand why that would be. Because if you do suffer from any mental health issues, the thing that people say is keep busy, keep the brain chemistry pumping. You know, your endorphins and all that, serotonin, all that stuff needs to be continually going. And of course you take medication which can even you out, but the medication really props you up so that you can go ahead and do things that are constructive to avoid doing the destructive things. So I just wanted to, I suppose in a sense, be fair to Fury, because I made so many videos, slagging the guy off with good cause in many respects, but maybe there's a reason behind it. Maybe we should be pointing the fingers more, I don't know, Frank Warren, the WBC. God knows I've put in enough fingers at them. I've run out of fingers. I need more arms, more hands. But for Tyson Fury, yeah, all right, the bloke I was talking to yesterday did have a point, and I'm taking it on board. So what do you think? What do you think about Tyson Fury? What's your opinion on his mental health? Do you think it's as bad as he makes out? Do you think... I don't think it excuses his behaviour. It's not about excuses, it's about reasons. Because reasons, recognising something and analysing it is not to excuse something. That's where people fall down. But what's your opinion? Do you think it's a valid reason? I still think the WBC should have taken the belt off him or made it mandatory. But if they're not going to do that, Fury and Warren are entitled to take that and run with it. Leave your opinions below. Tell me what you think. I'm interested to know them. I will, of course, read them and answer them. Or it's getting to the point where I'll get so many comments in the comment section I can't reply to all of them. So I really am sorry if I don't reply to your comment. I used to be able to reply to all of them, but I do read them, and I do appreciate you leaving comments below. But let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you could do that, that'd be a big help. Like the video and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. We're going to build this channel up. All of us together. It's your channel as much as mine, so subscribe, hit the like button and spread the word. Alright, thanks a lot for your time. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.